Welcome to The Explainer. I am so incredibly excited you're here today because we're going to look at something that completely blew my mind when I started digging into the research. We live in a world that's obsessed with doing more, consuming more, and constantly upgrading our technology. But what if the absolute ultimate upgrade for your brain doesn't require a new app, a new supplement, or hours of your precious time? What if it just requires doing absolutely nothing? Okay, let's dive into this. Today, we're exploring a scientifically proven, incredibly simple daily habit to combat digital fatigue and literally upgrade your brain in just 10 minutes.
To get started, I want you to honestly reflect for a second. How did you wake up this morning? From the very moment we open our eyes, we step out of sleep and instantly into a world filled with noise. Maybe your day started with a blaring, loud alarm clock. Or maybe it was the constant drone of traffic outside your window. Or, like so many of us, maybe it was a sudden flood of endless phone notifications lighting up the room before you even had a chance to stretch.
And wow, it just builds from there, right? The morning news or the TV gets flipped on in the background, adding voices and flashing lights to the start of your day. Then you immediately start scrolling through social media while brushing your teeth, feeding your brain a rapid-fire diet of endless stimulation. And before you've even left the house, the work stress hits. In the middle of all that chaos, our ears never, ever get a break. And the reality is, our brains get even less rest. It's a constant, unending barrage. We're mentally exhausted because we are always, always on. So, let's just slow the pace down for a second. 10. Have you ever spent exactly 10 minutes completely alone in silence? And I don't mean reading quietly. I mean no phone, no music, no podcasts, no conversations, just pure silence. For most people today, the answer is a resounding no way. We've actually become kind of afraid of silence. The second we're alone, we instantly grab our phones because we're genuinely uncomfortable facing our own thoughts. But what if that avoidance is exactly what's draining us? Section 1. The Science of Silence, Upgrading Your Brain. Okay, so this isn't just about feeling a little more zen. There is hard biological evidence showing exactly why silence is powerful medicine for our minds. First off, silence can actually help your brain grow physically. A fascinating 2013 study discovered that spending time in silence stimulated cell growth in the hippocampus. That's the part of the brain responsible for memory, learning, and emotions. Giving your brain silence is essentially like taking an old, sluggish computer and upgrading it with brand new, lightning-fast parts. So the crucial point here is how our biology reacts to our environment. When we constantly live in noisy environments, our brain literally believes we're in physical danger. It triggers a survival response, releasing stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. That right there is exactly why so many people feel anxious, irritated, and mentally exhausted all the time. Your brain thinks it's under attack. But let's flip that scenario. When you sit quietly for just 10 minutes, your brain finally realizes, oh wait, we're safe now. The biological response flips. Your body relaxes, your heart rate slows down, your mind becomes calmer. The source material beautifully describes it as feeling like the ocean after a storm. Section 2. Awakening the Subconscious, Where Your Best Ideas Hide. Have you ever noticed that your absolute best, most creative thoughts rarely happen when you're staring at a spreadsheet or mindlessly scrolling through your feed? They usually happen when you're taking a shower or right before you fall asleep, right? Well, it's all because of the default mode network. This is the brain's background system that processes your memories, experiences, and emotions. When you're constantly consuming external noise, this network doesn't have the bandwidth to run properly. But when you finally spend time in silence, your mind gets the crucial chance to organize everything happening inside you. It connects the dots. That's why stepping into silence so often brings sudden clarity and fresh, innovative thinking. But it honestly goes way deeper than just having good ideas. Silence allows you to reconnect with yourself. Look, most people spend their entire lives completely focused on the outside world. We obsess over other people's opinions, we chase fleeting social media trends, and we drown in endless distractions. But when you strip all of that away in silence, for the very first time, you begin to actually hear your own inner voice. You finally have the space to ask the really big questions. Are you truly happy? What are you really afraid of? What do you actually want from life? Sometimes the answers you've been desperately searching for are just waiting for you, hidden inside those quiet moments. And if you want to be able to act on those answers, you need focus. Today, so many of us struggle to focus on one thing for even 5 minutes. Endless short videos and constant notifications train our brains to constantly chase the next hit of stimulation.
But practicing silence every day actually strengthens your prefrontal cortex. This is the command center of the brain. It's responsible for focus, decision-making, and self-control. By sitting in silence, you are actively doing reps at the brain gym. Over time, your concentration becomes sharper and your mind becomes undeniably stronger.
Section 3. How to practice silence. A simple daily blueprint. So, how do we actually pull this off in a world that never stops talking? Let's dive into these 4 simple steps. Step 1. Choose a quiet time. Early morning or right before sleep usually works best. Step 2. Put your phone away. And I mean really put it away. Don't just place it face down on the couch next to you. Banish it to another room. Step 3. Sit somewhere comfortable. You don't need to twist yourself into a complicated yoga pose. Just find a nice, comfortable chair. And step 4. Observe your thoughts without fighting them.
I want to pause on that last point because it is so important. Become the observer. When people try to sit in silence, they often think they're supposed to forcefully empty their mind. That's impossible. Don't force your mind to be empty. Just sit. Breathe naturally. Let your thoughts come and let them go. You're just watching the traffic of your mind go by without stepping into the street. Become the observer.
Now, I want to give you a heads up on what this is actually going to feel like over time, so you don't throw in the towel early. At the very start, it's going to feel boring. Your brain is going to scream at you, hey, we could be doing something more productive right now. Expect that. It's totally normal. But if you push through to week 1, you'll start to notice that constant overthinking begins to naturally decrease. And by week 2, that is when the magic happens. You're going to feel remarkably calmer. You'll find yourself reacting far less emotionally to stress. Your mind will just feel clear.
I want to leave you with this incredible thought that perfectly summarizes everything we've unpacked today. The greatest luxury in life is not money, it's a peaceful mind. We spend so much time and energy trying to accumulate things to make us happy, but true wealth, the ultimate luxury, is being able to sit quietly with your own thoughts and feel completely at peace.
So, I have one final question for you. Will you take 10 minutes tonight? Before you go to sleep, I challenge you to put your phone in another room, step away from the absolute noise of the world, and just spend 10 minutes alone with silence. Give yourself that luxury. Your brain will quietly thank you for it. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Start your 10 minutes tonight, and I'll catch you next time.